In this video, I'm going to show you how to back up your physical PS2 memory card for use with PCSX2. Alright, so you're just getting into emulation, or you've been in the scene for a while, but you have a huge collection of nice saves on your PS2's physical memory card that you would like to move over to PCSX2 so you can continue using those save files. Well, then this is the video for you. It's actually not too complicated of a process, but it does require that you have a modded PS2 system. But let's go ahead and get started. Now, before we begin, there are a couple things you're going to need, first of which is a modded PS2 or a soft modded PS2 or what have you. And if you're on a FAT, I'd recommend looking into free memory card boot or free HD boot. Free HD boot is really easy to get set up. You just flash a hard drive image, put it into your PS2, and you're good to go. And then free memory card boot involves using a soft mod exploitable game like 007 Agent Under Fire to install the software to your PS2's memory card. If you happen to have a PS2 Slim with a working DVD drive, the process is far simpler. You can just burn a copy of free DVD boot to a DVD and put it into your PS2 Slim, and it will boot you up right into the program we need. You don't need to do anything else. Like, you don't have to completely soft mod the system if you don't want to. But regardless, you need a way to boot up into Launch Elf on your PS2. That is the program we're going to be using to back up our PS2 memory card saves. Now, the last thing we need for this process is a PS2 compatible USB drive formatted into FAT32. So the one that I'm using in today's demo video is actually this PNY 32GB Turbo Attaché 4. And it's a USB 3.0 drive, but it works on PS2. So I grabbed the 32 gig one, $6. I don't know if the higher capacity ones are going to be compatible, but I know that the 32 gig one works, so I will have links to a couple of USB drives I know work on the PS2 in the description below. Alright, so now for initial prep work, get booted up into your modded PS2, insert the memory card that has saves you wish to back up, and then insert your compatible USB drive into the PS2's USB port. And then from here, just get booted into Launch Elf. So your setup will probably look a lot different than mine, but just get booted into Launch Elf. Now, inside of Launch Elf, make sure to pay attention to how your buttons are labeled. They might be different than mine. Mine uses circle for confirmation. Yours might use cross, so just pay attention to that. But go ahead and enter the file browser. So for me, I need to press circle. And now, MC0 is your memory card in slot 1, and MC1 is your memory card in slot 2. So you could just enter in and you will see all of the save files that are available on your memory card. So if you press, on mine anyway, if I press square, it selects every single save file that I have. Or if you want to just manually go through and choose save files, you could press cross on it for mine or unselect things. So for example, I don't want to copy my OPL or my system folder, so I'll just not do that. But once you have all the saves selected that you wish to copy over, press R1 and then copy them. Now on my version of Launch Elf, I just need to press triangle to go back up to the main root file structure. And now we need to go to our USB drive, which is listed under mass. So I'm just going to enter this folder here. And I'm going to press R1 again and paste all of my save files into my USB drive. And then just be patient with it while it does the copy process. This is USB 1.0 speeds and a PS2 memory card speed, so it can take a minute depending on how many saves you got. And once the copy process has completed, you can just see all the saves that are now on your USB drive. Cool. But we are done with the PS2 side of things, so we can just go ahead and shut the system down. Take the USB drive out of the PS2 and put it into your PC. And there we go. Now on the PC, I've put the USB drive in, it auto-opened the folder, and there are all of my PS2 save files. So now I'm just going to open up my PCSX2 folder here. I'm going to load up PCSX2. And skip this update, it's not relevant to this video. But under the Settings tab, go to Memory Cards, and create a new memory card folder. So this stores your memory card contents in the host file system instead of as a memory card file. This makes it super easy for us to import saves and export them back onto an actual PS2 if desired. So go ahead and name the card whatever you want. So this is my tutorial card. You can name it whatever you want for your purposes, but there we go. Memory card created. So I'm just going to insert that into port 1. And after you get that memory card folder made, go to your system option up here and start the BIOS. Then under browser, choose memory card 1. And it'll say it is unformatted. Format now. Click yes. That way that memory card is ready to go. And then we could just exit out of here. And after you have that complete, just go ahead and go back into your PCSX2 folder, find your mem cards folder. Here's my tutorial card that I'm making for this video. And now from my USB drive, I'm just going to select all of my saves and paste them into my mem cards folder. Now you might get a couple of errors as you do this. Some saves will be incompatible in their current form, so you could just skip those ones. And then you might also encounter an error when it comes to copying over certain icon files. We could just skip those as well. But there we go. There's all my saves. Now I'm just going to go back into PCSX2. Okay, that was weird. Anyway, and I'm going to load up Ace Combat 5 because I've done a lot of work on this save file on my PS2, and I want to see it loaded up in emulation. Alright, so now if I go down to load, I should see all of my save progress, and there it all is. So there we go, 14 hours 21 minutes for this save file. Well, 14:27 actually. Very nice. So I could just go ahead and load that up. And now for another quick example, here's my Prince of Persia Sands of Time save files. I was going through and recording every version of this game at one point, so I did the PS2 version, managed to nearly 100% it. Well, no, I did 100% it, but like there it is. And now for an example of one of those save files that had errors on the icons, I loaded up 007 Nightfire, and it still recognizes my save, otherwise it would have taken me to the prologue mission by default, but there we go. So there's my profile, and it's able to be loaded up just fine. But there you have it, my memory card saves now on PCSX2. And of course, if you ever wanted to copy your saves back over to your actual PS2, you can insert a USB drive into your PC, go into your mem cards folder, the folder where you have your saves, copy them back onto your memory card, and then put that USB drive in your PS2 and copy the saves from the mass folder into MC0. So just the same process in reverse. And there you have it. I hope that this video helps you get your PS2 emulation projects up and running to your liking. Get your saves off your PS2 memory card onto your PC and keep enjoying your games any way you like. And as always, thank you so much for watching this video. It means a lot to me. But I do have a couple of huge favors to ask here at the end. If you haven't done so already, please hit that thumbs up, thumbs down button, depending on how much you like this tutorial. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit that sub button and notification bell so you can see when new videos go live on the channel. I have loads of content coming your way, and I'd love to have each and every one of you along for the ride. For anyone interested in further helping support the channel and keep it going, you can also check out that join button here on YouTube or the Patreon link in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. A little goes a long way to keeping this place up and running and bringing all this content directly to you. Big shout out to all of our current backers. Thank you so much for believing what we do here and helping us keep it going. You're amazing. Just awesome. Thank you again. But until next time, my wonderful internet peeps, stay awesome, keep on gaming, and we'll see you back next video.